love when you pull up a patch that just inspires you to start writing. Hi, I'm Don Bodan from SampleLibraryReview.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dronar Master Edition from Gothic Instruments. Watching the Dronar series evolve has been a great case study for any software developer. They should be taking notes here. Over the last 4 years, Gothic Instruments has released 8 different Dronar modules with genre-focused sample sets at affordable prices, and along the way, built some great instruments, as well as a huge fan base of composers. And now with the release of the Dronar Master Edition, we see the culmination of all that hard work, and the head of Gothic Instruments, Dan Graham, had envisioned many years ago.
It was me really just imagining it and thinking, I'd like that. The next big thing that we're moving towards is the Dronar Master Edition. Now, this was always part of the plan at the beginning. We had this whole idea that, it's going to take us a year to build this engine that's amazing. That the aim all along was to, when we got to 7 or 8 products, we would then put them all into one Master Edition. You can access all the sounds within one interface.
Library downloads as 30 gigabytes. It contains 50-some gigabytes of compressed samples in the NKI lossless compression. Includes all 8 Dronar module sample sets, and it does all come into the Dronar Atmosphere Generator engine, which is now a Kontakt Player Instrument for the Master Edition. Includes over 2,000 snapshot presets. Everything from drones, textures, soundscapes, with infinite possibilities because you're mixing and matching all of these sample sets. So you have a huge range of genres from uplifting to outright terrifying. There's discounts. If you own all the modules, I think it's like $10, $9.95 or something silly. If you own a few, you get a big discount. If you own 1 or 2, you get a couple percentage discount. In this first look video, it's just sampling them, playing around with them, having a little fun, and then also doing a little roll of the dice with this random feature. All right, 4 years in the making. Dronar Master Edition's finally released. I'm really excited about this. It's such a rare case study when you get to see a developer start a library and then release it in 8 different chunks, and then put all those chunks together, making it much more powerful than the sum of its parts. So what I'm saying by that is, before the Master Edition was released, most of you probably know that the Dronar Hybrid module, Guitarscapes module, Live Strings module, Dark Synthesis module, Cinematic Atmospheres module, and Vintage Synths, as well as the Brass and Metal and Glass modules. All 8 of these modules have been released separately as Kontakt instruments. Now, Dronar Master Edition is a Kontakt Player Instrument, meaning it's compatible with both the free version of Kontakt and, of course, full version of Kontakt. Loads into your Libraries tab. There's 1 NKI, and this is pretty much a first look. I opened it up, and I've had it for a couple weeks, and I've been using it on everything. I'm really loving this. The power of this, and why I think the Master Edition is much more than just a sum of its parts, is because you're able to blend all of these great sample sets from each of the different Dronar modules together. So here's, for example, blends from all. This is exactly what we're talking about. I'm going to load up Abandoned Ship. What did I find? There we go. Let me make sure my presets are here. Here we go. So you could see just with me adjusting our 4 layers, our effects layer, high, mid, and low, I'm able to get something pretty cool, and I'm just scratching the surface. You can see the way this preset is set up is we've got 2 samples, both from Metal and Glass, 1 sample from Cinematic Atmospheres, 1 sample from Hybrid, 1 from Zark Synthesis, 1 from Vintage Synthesis, 1 from Hybrid, and 1 from Cinematic Atmospheres. What I love about this Master Edition is you can just hit random, and now it's going to load up a whole random set of samples. Let's see what it does. Tell you what, I'm not going to be surprised if it sounds great, because I've already been playing with it for a while. So that was just a couple chords transformed by utilizing my different levels for each of the modules. I could probably do an hour video just randomizing. Yeah. All right. I am going to go for a dive into Alexander Kamnasia, I believe. That's how you might pronounce his name. I'm horrible with names until I get to hang out with somebody and talk to them regularly. I always forget pronunciations. So, sorry, Alessandro, if that's not how you pronounce your name there. These are the aliens. I'm going to just skip around. Distorted angels. One thing I am going to note here, and this is a criticism, I have this on an SSD drive, and for some reason, it's taken a little bit of time for it to get loaded up. I would expect these samples to load up nearly instantly. That one's crazy. Yeah. Let's listen to some more atmospheres. Randomly selecting. Oh, that one loaded nice and fast. Would saying this is a game changer for atmospheres be too cliche? Probably. Oh, we're getting some of the same old samples in a couple of these. Did you hear that? It's that same old bell going ching, 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 ching. Listen to just another atmosphere. The hero we need. I didn't play that one already, did I? If I did, give it a thumbs up in the video. Oh, I like this one already. Yeah, that one's got a nice sound to it. Let's listen to some bass presets. Now, I'm noticing on these bass presets, they're called bass presets, and they only have a low-end sample loaded up. So we would be able to go in here and play with it. And go in even further. To really send some craziness to it. So we do have these 4 layers, but it's important to kind of remember that we've got 8 layers going on. If I, most likely what I'll do is assign MIDI CCs to these on my Dronar setup so that I can control these if they're not already set up. Whereas what I really like is these already have dedicated MIDI CCs, so I always can use the same setup for my my controller here. These are some guitar escape-ish blends. Eerie Cries, that's a pretty relevant name. Yeah, and I know I skipped over a couple, but I didn't want to get too crazy right away. So now let's get in the chaos. who needs risers? We got Dronar to create some of the craziest risers around. Sleepless. Let's do another one of these. Chaos. And let's check out some of these effects. That one's pretty crazy too. Here's some inspirational. Yeah, that one's really fun. That one's a lot of fun to play. Very inspirational. That one's really good too. I like that one a lot. These inspirationals just might, obviously, they're living up to their name because I want to play them all. Here's underwater. All right, let's check out some of these leads. Very gothic. very playable on these leads for sure. I mean, after you think of Dronar as just an atmosphere creator for so long, you forget that the sample set is so deep that you could do so much with it. I really love when you pull up a patch that just inspires you to start writing something like that. It's sometimes I buy instruments just because I hear they will inspire me to write, and I may not even use that instrument in the end of the final production, but I use it to kickstart an idea. Let's load up a different one. Now we've moved on because I just clicked forward. So we're into pads now, I believe. Yep. Anaphase. So the thing I am really liking about this is, so for instance, this guitar stamp, this electric pad here, I don't really like it, to be honest. I mean, it's just not to my personal taste. So if I could turn everything else down, I'm going to crank this thing up. I'm going to head over there. And I'm going to say, no, that just isn't doing it for me. Sorry. It's just not my personal taste. It's not working for me for this particular project. Now we're talking. All right. Now let's see what happens with this guy in the mix, just changing one sample of this preset. Yeah, no, see, I like that. I think that feels more cinematic to me. No offense there, VB. Sorry, I don't know who VB is. I know I read through the programmers and the curators. I know that I really appreciate all their time and talent and their sound design selection. But for some of these, of course, you're not going to, it's not going to gel with your tastes. And having something like all 8 sample sets really does give you infinite possibilities as to how you can change it on your own. I have to say, I like that one a lot. Very Lynchian. If David Lynch wanted me to score something, I would be going to these VBs. Presets, I think. I like the sensibility of them. Again, very Lynchian sound. Let's check out some of the pulsing. Get some more from VB's Fireball presets. Yeah, that one's fun. Now you hear it jump like that. That's just simply because my controller is already set all the way high, but when the instrument loads up, it's low. So always be sure to program your controllers from the beginning of your music so you have more control. You actually have control. Otherwise, you're going to have jumps like that. See, this one's got some arpeggiation going on, which is fun. Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's... Where's it at? Here it is. Yeah. Let's check out K's Throbbing Universe. That's a nice sound there. Let's see what else we have in there. See, now for me, that's nice. And if I wanted to build tension, I could use that. But if I wanted to change it up, let's see. I like this one a lot. I actually think it could use a little bit of pitch bend. Like that. All the Dronars together at last. Dronar Master Edition. Big thumbs up. Big 2 thumbs up from me here. I have been using this a lot. I've been opening it up for the pieces and just hitting random. See what happens. And 80% of the time, I'm loving what it's giving me. I couldn't recommend it more. Be sure and use links below if you're going to pick up the Dronar module. There's discounts. If you own all the modules, I think it's like $10, $9.95 or something silly. If you own a few, you get a big discount. If you own 1 or 2, you get a couple percentage discount. I'll include all that. Thanks for checking out the video. We'd love your support. Please use our links in the description below. Developers know where traffic comes from, and Time Space is one of our partners. So if you purchase through our links, Sample Library Review gets a small commission. Be sure and like, share, and subscribe. Love your support. And be sure to head over to samplelibraryreview.com for the latest news, reviews, and our weekly deals page.